Welcome to Happy Valley, State College, Pennsylvania. The S-Zone fired up, stands starting to fill, and they are ready to see the Penn State Nittany Lions take the field to kick off this new season. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Nittany Lions ready to get this thing started and open the season. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense takes the field for the first time today. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. At this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He'll set up to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. To the air on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's right on target. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooners. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Penn State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll run this play from the pistol. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. A little release to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, they'll take to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. It has been said that the other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard. And he did.
And often is good, too. The most you can get to him, but great job by the...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Looking to move it through the air. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Sooners will hustle to the line. He wants to pass it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Pressure coming. And the defense got him at the 27. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
And the Sooners will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using the quick game. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the boot.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll run for it on 4th down. Tackle is made after the first down. Up to 44 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Escapes from, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And now the hit knocks it loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I know on offense you're so jacked up and you're so excited. You're ready to go out there and make some plays. There's nothing more demoralizing than when your special teams unit coughs it up. You're like, dang, I really wanted to shot this. All right, defense, your turn.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Give to the running back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. Got some room to run. Smashes through. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Back open in the middle. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Sooners want to move quickly. Jones wants to throw it. They're trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. The Sooners will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan.
Lost one deep down the right side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. West Virginia is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Don Nehlen, this has not been a blowout today in Morgantown. They're up by a field goal over the Sharks. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll leave it with him. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He's got his man. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
They'll give it to him again. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they read the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Inside the 30. Running toward the tape. He's up to 94 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners! And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call.
The best running backs.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Still looking. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes brings the Sooner offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback moving. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Makes his connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time, you get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Going up top on first down. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Had a day, young So I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Sooner offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
On second down, he'll fire. He slings it deep to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Finds a man by himself. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wants to throw here on second down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooner!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. No surprise. Looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Happy Valley. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined. His unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll run play action. Pocket starts to collapse. It's caught. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found daylight...
It's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by a field goal over Eastern Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. That play just never had a chance. They knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Going to try to get it himself. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athletic.
Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on 3rd. Finds his target down the middle. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Gets it out quickly. At the 45 on its way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A+ here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down. On the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the stomping has commenced. This is his personal resume reel trying to win the ball. Something.
Highlight after highlight after highlight. He's going to go to social media. He's going to post these. Hey, a lot of likes, a a lot of love, a lot of shares with those plays.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball.
Trying to get behind the defense. And this will be caught at the 30. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This attack's so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing. Throws to the back. Right on target this time. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. They're going to throw it again. He's got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career. Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a...
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah,
And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads to the right. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying his defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Kicking team's got it. Touchdown, Penn State! And the punishment has been extended.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer. And that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get...
Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch down the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Finds us back in the middle.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. He's being a little reckless with that football. Threw the interception last time and almost threw another one here.
Golly, that's back-to-back drives. You've got to have your quarterback making smart decisions. You can't turn the football over. He's got to get those cobwebs out of his head and start battling it in.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Jones to throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for it. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He's looking deep, and he makes the catch inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
He gets the 2-point conversion as they draw ever closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. It's 1st down from the 11. Looking to move it through the air. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. Jones wants to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got a man in the middle. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 1st down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the pummeling has started.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
And he added the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick it away.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And the Sooners in the hurry up. He uncorks one deep. And he's got it inside the 35. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing...
Looking for the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this dude.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when you decide to run it.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Getting some heat. Coming after him. And they got him for the sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got...
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Offense working from the pistol. They'll go to the counter. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great game.
And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And just a spectacular punt. It'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it's sometimes...
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. Catches it cleanly at the 20.
Returner is brought down at the 28. And your Penn State Nittany Lions will take over.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. As disappointing as this is, everything's still in front of this team.